but fell in that epic multi-overtime matchup at Maryland. Now the question is, who will step up and be the key scorer? Well, one would presume it's one of these starters, and I'm going to start with the young lady who didn't play last year but did a couple seasons ago, Jessica Timmons. She tore her ACL back in the SEC tournament in the 2023-24 season, sat out all last year, but she is back. Wearing number 23, the redshirt senior out of Charlotte, North Carolina, started her career at NC State and is with the Tide. Back 2 years ago, averaged just over 11 points a game and right at 4.5 rebounds per contest. She will be the leader. She averaged 19 points a game in the 2 exhibition matchups. She will need to do a lot of, you would think, the distributing and scoring for this offense. So Timmons in the starting lineup. Let's get to the rest of the starters for Christy Curry's squad. How about a transfer? Tamia Scott, the senior out of Clarksville, Tennessee, coming in from Middle Tennessee. Last season, Scott was first team All-Conference USA because she was averaging a double-double. 16.7 points per game, and check that, close to a double-double, right at 7 rebounds a contest. Really efficient shooter and somebody who can knock down the three for Christy Curry this season. Tamia Scott, the senior out of Clarksville, Tennessee. Diana Collins back again this season. She's in the starting lineup. Number 20, the junior out of Lilburn, Georgia, the transfer from Ohio State, who's been in this program a few years now. Last season, she was the glue defensively. Averaged right at 5.5 points a contest, but she was at her best, guarding the best. One would assume we're going to see Collins on Thomas a good bit today. Another starter, another returner, Carly Weathers, who's been one of those blue-collar kids for Christy Curry throughout her career. Amazingly, she's now a senior. I remember when she was a freshman. She wears number 22, the guard out of Loretto, Tennessee, and Loretto High School. Last season, 7 points a game, just under 6 rebounds a contest, just over 3 assists a contest. She's going to do a lot of the dirty work for this team, diving for loose balls, picking up on defense, making the extra pass, and she can knock down three-point shots with the best of them on this team. And finally, rounding out the starting lineup, as the lights go down here at Coleman, it is the junior Essence Cody out of Valdosta, Georgia. She wears number 21. She stands at 6'4". Last season, 11.1 points per game, just over 6 rebounds a contest, and she was a preseason All-SEC selection here this year after being an all-freshman pick for the conference back in 2024. Christy Curry in her 13th season with the Crimson Tide. Alabama's been to 4 of the last 5 NCAA tournaments, and like I said, a whisker shy of the Sweet 16 a year ago. Even with departures, this is a team that's got a lot of experience, and they will hope to bring that experience to the fore here today in Coleman Coliseum in the opener against the Stetson Hatters. Officials today, Chastity Taylor, Don Marsh, and Rod Creech. Alabama sporting the home white uniforms with the crimson numbering, lettering, and trim here at Coleman. Stetson going with the black and green with a little white numbering on their jerseys here today. First of 2 in Coleman tonight. The men will battle North Dakota at 7 o'clock Central. The women about to tip off the season here against Stetson. It'll be Cody versus Casso to start off the year. The ball is up. Tip is controlled by Alabama, and here comes Diana Collins to start the 2025-26 campaign. She'll hand it off to Scott, who maneuvers left side. Now Timmons has the basketball. Couple steps in, kick out Scott on the left wing. Looking down low for Cody. Scott will dribble around her. Stop, pick up her dribble, out to Timmons with 12 on the shot clock. On the left wing, Timmons drives into the lane. She'll go all the way, and there are the first points of the season. It's a layup from Jessica Timmons on the right side. 2-0 Alabama, 30 seconds into the campaign. Alabama starts with some pressure. Sorrentino has the basketball. She'll get across half court to Casso. Left wing 3 is up and good. Rose Casso, sharpshooter. To start things off, it's 3-2 Stetson with 9:17 left in the first quarter. Collins controls the point. Hand off to Scott. Now deep in the right corner, back to Collins, who drives baseline. Kick out to Timmons, swing to Weather. Shot fake, 2 steps in. Now she'll kick to Timmons, who will try and drive. From the left side, Timmons in the lane. Shot up, no good, but she's fouled. And Jessica Timmons will head to the free throw line for the first attempts of the season for Alabama. Foul called against Cameron Thomas, the preseason all-conference player of the year, so that could be something to watch as Timmons goes to the stripe. 78% from the line 2 years ago. And she starts with a make. One more for the Charlotte, North Carolina native. Shot up and good, and Alabama's in front 4-3. 9:03 left in the opening quarter. Remember, 4 10-minute quarters in women's basketball. Alabama pressures. Stetson breaks it out to Thomas on the right wing. Shot fake drive, floater up, no good off the front iron. Rebound tip taken by Stetson. The putback is no good, but there's a foul on Alabama, and the Hatters will head to the free throw line for a pair. Cameron Thomas got in on the action, fouled by Cody. That's her first. And here's our first true look at the Hazel Crest, Illinois native transfer from Southwestern Michigan a couple years ago, Cameron Thomas. First free throw is up and good to tie it at 4. Last season, she was at 77% on the year. Second free throw is good. 5-4 Stetson, 8:51 left in the opening period. Throw into Collins, who dribbles it across half court. Picked up by McMillan. Hand off to Scott. Now to Cody beyond the three-point line. Cody looking to give it to Collins. She will, who dribbles back to the top of the key. Over to Timmons, who again drives middle. There's a hand check whistle and a foul on Stetson. I believe that'll be on Rose Casso. And that's the first on Casso, second on the Hatters with 8:36 left in the first quarter. Collins will trigger. From underneath the basket into Timmons, a shoe flew off as Alabama was running the play. Now handoff back to Collins, who drives inside. Couple shot fakes, floater up, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touched by the Hatters and Sorrentino. It'll stay on this end with 11 on the shot clock. Didn't see whose shoe it was. Oh, it was Cameron Thomas. She got it back on. Collins will throw in from down low yet again. Taking her time, now out to Timmons up top with 10 on the shot clock. Timmons around Cody. Timmons, stop, pull up three from the top of the arc. No, just off the iron. Rebound by Keshi. Here comes Stetson leading 5-4. 8:15 left in the first quarter. McMillan will control the point. That's her typical position. Guarded by Collins. Dribbling on the left side, now up top to Keshi. Keshi looking for cutters. Give to Casso inside the three-point line. She'll spin. Dribble, lost the basketball. It's loose and stolen away by Cody. Just found her. Now Weston's Cody dribbles into the front court. She almost lost the basketball. Out to Collins, who will settle things down. 5-4 Stetson, 7:50 left here in the first. Toss to Timmons, who will drive from the right side. Kick out, Scott open, left wing three up. No, too strong. Backside rebound by Timmons. She'll quickly pull up and hit. Jessica Timmons with all 6 points for the Crimson Tide. It's 6-5 Alabama. Thomas breaks the pressure, drives all the way, and gets the layup. Left side shot good, 7-6 Stetson. 7:25 left in the first quarter. Collins across half court. Dribbling around the right side. Now in, kick out to Scott, who hammers into the paint. She's trying to maneuver around McMillan. Wild shot is no good, and I think Cody on the rebound just picked up foul number 2. Went over the back of a Hatter. And Essence Cody has picked up 2 quick personals here in the first quarter. They'll send in a couple new Alabama players. Alancia Ramsey, the transfer from Coastal Carolina, is in, as well as Naomi Jones, who's back after missing last year with injury. 7-6 Stetson, 7:09 left in the first quarter. Alabama presses as Keshi controls the basketball. She picked up her dribble over to McMillan. Across half court to a wide open Cameron Thomas. Left corner three is up and good. Alabama fell asleep right there. That's Stetson's best scorer. She makes it 10-6 Hatters. 6:50 left in the opening period. Timmons into the front court, handoff to Weathers. Now give to Jones. Good to see Jones back. Right back to Weathers, who will drive and kick. Left corner Ramsey, shot fake. Now she loses her feet as she drives into the lane, and a foul is called on Stetson with 14 on the shot clock, 6:40 left on the game clock. Bit of a sleepy start. Kind of an odd start time, 4 o'clock Central. Stetson doing a nice job breaking that press as Kandala Potho, the sophomore, checks in for the first time for Stetson. Timmons will throw it in from underneath. 6:40 left in the first quarter. Got to hurry. Out to Scott. 10-6 Hatters as Scott drives in. She'll pop back out. Looking down low for Jones. Double team. Jones kick out to Weathers. Swing left side. This is Timmons. Timmons back into the lane. Through a bunch of Hatters' bodies. Her shot is no good, but she's fouled. And Jessica Timmons looks to continue being a one-woman wrecking crew here in this first quarter. Fouls on Sorrentino. That is her first. Casso, by the way, that foul she picked up a moment ago was her second, so she's out of the game. She was replaced by Potho. And back to Timmons, who's got all 6 Alabama points so far. First free throw is good. Second free throw is perfect. Well, it's been a great start. Jessica Timmons has all 8 Alabama points. Problem is Stetson's got 10 as a team. 6:20 left in the first quarter. McMillan across half court. Give to Sorrentino at the top of the arc. Thomas is cutting on the right side. Sorrentino keeps it, now dribbles over to the left side. Hand off to McMillan. She's open. 3 up from the top of the key, no good. Rebound Jones for Alabama. Here comes the Crimson Tide. Timmons picked up by Thomas off a screen from Jones. Now swing to Scott, down low to Jones in the lane. Jones shot too strong. Backside rebound is tipped and taken by Stetson. A couple Alabama players were in position, but here come the Hatters. 5:50 left in the first. Mary McMillan, the graduate student, the transfer from UCF, controls the point. To Cameron Thomas. Looking for Sorrentino, battling against Ramsey. Nice move. Sorrentino drove baseline. It was tipped and knocked out to McMillan. Give to Thomas in the corner. Her 3 is good. Cameron Thomas has 10 already. 13-8 Stetson. 5:25 left in the first quarter. Timmons starting the offense, looking to give it to Weathers. Now she dribbles around Weathers and almost lost possession. Over to Jones. Handoff back to Timmons with 14 on the shot clock. High post feed, this is Jones. 8 on the shot clock, needs some help. Out to Timmons, 4 on the shot clock. She'll drive from the left wing. Pull-up jumper at the elbow is no good off the side. Rebound Stetson. Under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. The Hatters have done a nice job neutralizing Alabama so far. Sorrentino, pull-up 3, top of the arc. And Stetson leads it 16-8 with 4:44 left in the first. Timmons will run the point. Give left side to the Middle Tennessee transfer, Scott. Got it up to Jones. She couldn't control it, but corralled it before Thomas could steal. Now over to Scott with 10 on the shot clock, driving, and she lost it out of bounds. Last touch by the Hatters, and that'll send us into a timeout. Well, first 5 minutes and change, Stetson has come out firing. 16-8 Hatters over Alabama. 4:26 left in the first quarter. We'll be right back here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. here in Coleman Coliseum, 4:26 left in the opening period, and Stetson leads Alabama 16-8. How is this happening? Well, let me break it down for you as we look at the early stats. Stetson is shooting over 70% from the floor. That is good, 5 of 7. But the biggest difference, 4 of 5 from beyond the arc, led by preseason all-conference player of the year, Cameron Thomas, who's got 10 points. Hatters are 4 of 5 from beyond the arc. Alabama not shooting particularly well. 2 of 8 from the floor. Both makes are by Jessica Timmons, who's got every point for Alabama, but tied as a team is 0 for 2 from three-point range. And a little foul trouble on both sides to monitor in the early going. For Alabama, Essence Cody with 2 personals already. For Stetson, 2 fouls for Rose Casso. Another substitution for Alabama. We get our first look at the freshman from Stockholm, Sweden, Lourdes de Silva Costa. She is in the game for the first time. Alabama starts with the basketball and 9 on the shot clock, throwing it in from underneath. Collins gets it out to Weathers. She'll drive with the right hand, stop at the block, into the lane, kick out de Silva Costa for 3. Rattles around, no good. Rebound tipped and taken by Stetson. It was a good effort, almost found its way home. But here comes McMillan running the point for the visitors. Mary McMillan driving left side on Collins, stopped at the block. Handoff to Potho, drives baseline, tried to get to Sorrentino, but it was stolen away by Ramsey. Good defense by the junior Ramsey. Ahead to Collins, to Scott in the left corner. She'll drive and stop, kick out up top to Weathers. For 3, there you go. Splash from Carly Weathers, and maybe that gets Alabama out of this funk. It's 16-11 Stetson, 3:38 left in the first quarter. Hatters ahead with Sorrentino at the top of the arc. Dribbling with her left hand, looking for Thomas, who cuts. The pass was tipped. It's still loose, and now out to Ramsey, who rolls it to Weathers. Turnover, Stetson. Alabama's got it. To Scott on the left side. She'll drive all the way to the rim, and there's Tamia Scott with her first points for the Crimson Tide. Just like that, it's a 3-point ball game with 3:13 left in the first. McMillan tried to give it to a cutting Potho. The problem was she threw it where Potho was and not where she was going. Turnover again for Stetson. And Alabama's got it. Down 3, 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Collins across half court, give left side to Weathers. 16-13 Hatters lead. Ramsey will set a screen for Carly Weathers, who dribbles around it. Now give left side to Scott. Scott maneuvering. She'll get to the free throw line and stop. Now she's trying to drive further into the paint, and she gets a tough shot to go. Tamia Scott showing the grit. It's a 1-point game, 16-15 Stetson. McMillan quickly ahead. Give to Sorrentino. She'll put up a shot fake, and a turnover will occur because Keshi was in the lane for too long. And all of a sudden, the Stetson offense is totally out of sorts. And that'll lead to a timeout called by the Hatters. Just in the blink of an eye, in 69 seconds, a 7-0 run for the Crimson Tide to get within 1. Now we'll see what both teams draw up out of this timeout. Glad that you're with us here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Gray Robertson in for Roger Hoover. It's a busy day. Tom Stipe is getting set up for the men's broadcast. Tip for that is at 7 Central Time, unless things really go off the rails here for this game. We've got Ethan Carabin working on the court-adjacent cam up here in our perch at Coleman Coliseum. Glad that you're with us for another season of Alabama women's basketball. Out of a timeout, here comes the Tide. 2:30 left in the first quarter. 16-15 Stetson. Collins to de Silva Costa at the top of the arc, and she is fouled trying to get around Potho. That's the 5th foul on Stetson, so Lourdes de Silva Costa will head to the line. Potho will check out. Jorah Epley will enter for the first time for the Hatters. And here is de Silva Costa. Highly touted player who misses her first free throw. Second free throw is up and good. She's played with the Swedish national team. She's got a lot of experience, and she's tied this game up at 16 as Timmons comes back in. Scott checks out. 2:26 left in the first quarter. Alabama in a full court press now, and this one is much stingier than the earlier press. Stetson will beat it. Here comes Epley on the left side, near side to us. Back to the top of the arc, over to McMillan. Against the much taller Da Silva Costa. McMillan at 5'6", Da Silva Costa at 6'3". McMillan will dribble around her and stop in the lane, give right side to Sorrentino, layup good from the block. Stetson back in front, 18-16, 2 minutes flat left here in the first quarter. Collins up ahead. Give to Weathers on the left side. Handoff right back to Diana Collins. She'll drive. She'll kick. Da Silva Costa was coming from the right corner, and her layup was too strong. Backside rebound, Ramsey. Ramsey's putback is good. Nice job by the Coastal Carolina transfer to tie it at 18 with a minute and a half left in the first quarter. McMillan quickly out to Sorrentino. Shot fake at the top of the arc. Handoff left side, Thomas. She'll pull up for three. That one's too strong. Rebound, Timmons, and Alabama is on the move. Timmons starting in front of the far side bench. And as she drives, she's fouled by Jorah Epley. So Timmons will have free throws coming up. That's the first on Epley. Pretty much everybody who's played for the Hatters has picked up a foul so far. So good to see Jessica Timmons back. Sat out last year. She recovered from an injury she sustained in the SEC tournament. First free throw up and good. Alabama back in front. She's going to be the leader. She's got one more free throw. Up and good. How about 10 for Timmons? 20-18 Alabama. Jones back in for the tie. Da Silva Costa will check out. 1:18 left in the opening period. Alabama in the full court press. Into McMillan, who's immediately trapped. Give to Keshi. Long pass up ahead to Epley, who gets it across the timeline. Now she's trapped in front of the scorer's table. Out to Keshi, swing to McMillan. She's wide open. She'll pull up for three, and she'll hit. Fifth triple of the quarter for the Hatters. 1 minute left. It's 21-20 Stetson. Collins, handoff to Timmons. Now give up top to Jones, who'll get it right back to Jessica Timmons. She'll dribble into the paint. Kick out. It's Collins, right side three up, no, off the iron. Rebound is taken by Sorrentino. Here comes Stetson with 42 seconds left. Quickly ahead, Epley, left side three. Short-armed it, rebound backside by Jones. 34 seconds left. Here comes Alabama, down one, 21-20. Collins, inside the arc, kick out to Weathers. She thought about it. Now she'll drive and give to Jones in the lane. Her shot was no good. Alabama wanted a foul. It's a rebound for Stetson. Shot clock is off. Here comes Epley, who's wide open on the left wing, and she makes Alabama pay with a three. 24-20 Stetson. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Alabama can settle for the final shot. Needs to be something good. 6 seconds with 5. Here comes Collins. Kick out to Ramsey with 4. With 3. Got to get something up. Give to Timmons, and she'll hit it on the right wing, off balance from her hip. Only shooting it because time was expiring. Jessica Timmons caps off an epic first quarter for her, and Alabama's deficit is 1 after 1. Stetson 24, Alabama 23. Second quarter coming up here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Back here in Coleman Coliseum, we've played one quarter in the season, and Stetson leads Alabama 24-23. Here in the season opener, Stetson shot unbelievably 67% from the field and from three-point range in the first quarter. Alabama started to find some rhythm, but overall just over 41% from the floor, 2 of 6 from beyond the arc. The leader for Alabama has been Timmons with 13. Thomas has 10 for the Hatters. Stetson starts with possession. Here comes McMillan across the timeline, moving right to left from our perch up here in the perch. Give to Sorrentino at the top of the arc. Backdoor cut Thomas. That's too easy. Layup good from the left block. Thomas has 12. It's 26-23 Stetson. 20 seconds into the second period. Handoff to Scott from Collins, who gets it over to Timmons now on the left wing. Give to Essence Cody, who's back in with 2 fouls. Something to watch. She'll hand it off to Scott, who fire for 3. That was too strong. Rebound is taken by the Hatters and by Cameron Thomas, who will rush ahead. It was 1-on-3. She'll kick out to McMillan. Now to Keshi at the top of the arc. To Sorrentino. Right side pass, McMillan. McMillan will drive. Pass Cody. Kick to Keshi. Swing. Epley. Left wing 3 is good. Goodness gracious. Stetson is shooting the lights out right now. 29-23 Hatters. 9 minutes left until halftime. Collins across half court. Off a Cody screen. Inside the arc. Kick. Scott, right wing. She'll drive. She'll put up a little floater after the Euro step, but it was no good. Rebound Sorrentino. Here comes Stetson. McMillan across half court. Give to Sorrentino. Looking right side. It's Thomas. It's Collins who steals it from Thomas, and she'll go all the way with the layup, and Alabama's within 4. Diana Collins showing off that defensive acumen. 29-25 Hatters, 8:25 left in the first half. Give to Keshi at the top of the arc, swing right side back to Thomas. Up top, Sorrentino, she'll fire for 3. That is no good, but the rebound is tipped over to Keshi, and her layup falls, and that was one Alabama should have had. 31-25 Stetson, 8 minutes left in the half. It was 3-on-1 Alabama-wise rebounding. Now the Tide comes on offense. Over to Cody for 3 on the left wing. Nice response. She's got her first of the year. It's 31-28 Hatters, 7:50 left in the half. McMillan across the timeline. Give right side Keshi. A lot of maneuvering for the Hatters. Back up to McMillan with 13 on the shot clock. She'll dribble to her right. She'll drive into the lane. She'll put up a floater that was way off. Impacted by Cody. Rebound Weathers for Alabama. Carly Weathers ahead. Trying to get it to a cutting Cody, but it was tipped and taken by Stetson. Epley got her hand on it. Over to McMillan, now to Keshi, who cuts from the left side. Her layup rattles out. Iron unkind there. Nice home bounce and a rebound for Alabama as Weathers controls the offense. Around Cody, she'll stop at the free throw line. Kick, top of the arc, Essence again for 3. This game is tied with 7:05 left in the half. Who says she's just a post player? Cody's 2 for 2 from deep. All square at 31. McMillan running the offense for the visitors. Over to Keshi. Up top, Sorrentino thought about it. Now she'll drive. Looking for Thomas, had it tipped, but Sorrentino got it back. 10 on the shot clock, cross-court pass to Epley. Swing McMillan in the left corner with 6 on the shot clock. With 5 out to Sorrentino, top of the arc shot is no good. It would have been a 2, it doesn't matter, it's a miss. Rebound to Alabama, and here comes Collins. Looking for the lead, Collins driving baseline, and she is fouled down low with 6:25 left in the period and in this first half. It is Keshi's first personal, first on Stetson, as De Silva Costa checks back in. Also Leah Brooks getting her first action of the year. Throw into Timmons, tied at 31, 6:20 left. Timmons will drive, shot was no good. Backside rebound to Silva Costa, put back no. She got her own miss, but couldn't get a shot up because it was stolen by Rose Casso. Here comes Stetson. Left side, this is Thomas. Thomas against Collins, what a matchup. Thomas's shot is blocked, but a foul is called. Oh, Diana Collins did everything right, but maybe got a bit of the arm. We've got a monitor up here in the perch. I'll take a look. Collins did a great job staying in front of her, but yeah, I think did get a bit of her arm. And Thomas will head to the line. Cameron Thomas 2 for 2 in this ball game from the stripe, and she makes the first to give Stetson the lead yet again. 32-31 Hatters, 6:04 left in the first half. Second free throw is off the mark, rebound Cody. 32-31 is your score. 6 minutes left in this half. Here comes Diana Collins running the offense. Down low immediately to Silva Costa. Got in trouble, kicked it out, back up top to Collins. Now she'll drive right side, give to Brooks, who'll get back to the middle. Swing to Timmons left wing. Timmons attacks, and she's hand checked by the Hatters. With 11 on the shot clock. That's Sophie Locatelli, the freshman who just checked in for the first time in her career. And Thomas will exit for the Hatters. Favor Onyele also in for the first time, as well as Eva Bradshaw. Alabama will throw it in from the side, and Timmons finds Collins. 5:42 left in the half. Collins through the defense, kick to Brooks in the right corner. Now she'll drive into the lane. Backside pass to Silva Costa for three. That's off the mark, but a rebound down low, and Cody will be fouled as she outworks everybody in the lane to draw 2 free throws. It's a great job by Cody positioning herself and getting around. Favor Onyele. And now she's at the line. Alabama down 1. Cody's first free throw is good. Last year she was superb at the stripe, just under 75% on the season, Essence Cody. Second free throw is good. Alabama's in front by 1, 33-32, 5:32 left until halftime. Your 5 on the floor. Brooks, Collins, Scott, De Silva Costa, and Cody. As Alabama sets up in the press, here comes Locatelli across half court. Picked up by Collins, driving right side. Good luck taking Collins on one-on-one. She got it down low to Onyele, whose shot was impacted by De Silva Costa. It was no good, rebounded by Alabama. Here comes Collins. Collins around Cody. Kick left side, Brooks. Leah Brooks backing down a defender. Leah Brooks looking for help out to Scott. Tamia Scott will back up with 11 on the shot clock. Casso's all over her. Give high post to Cody with 6 on the shot clock. Now back to Scott, who will drive into the lane. Her shot was blocked, taken away by Stetson. And here comes Bradshaw. 33-32 Alabama. 4:47 left in the half. Casso, left side shot fake, and another lane violation on Stetson as Onyele was camping out in the paint. Can't do that. And that'll send us into a timeout here at Coleman. 4:44 left in the first half. Alabama 33, Stetson 32 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. as cut and dry as you would hope, but Alabama's starting to get into a rhythm with 4:44 left in the first half. Alabama leads it 33-32 over Stetson. However, the official stats do say 33-31. They just changed it, so I'm not sure if there was a 3 they went back and looked at. We'll keep you updated. Either way, Alabama is going to be in front. A big reason why, as both teams come back out on the floor, is Jessica Timmons and her 13 points to lead the way. Essence Cody has racked up 8 here in the period. And those two Alabama players are leading the way as the shooting numbers starting to even out just a bit. Stetson came out red hot. They're still 7 of 11 from beyond the arc. Cameron Thomas leads the visitors with 13 points. Back to play. And here comes Collins. Right now we'll go with the scoreboard. 33-32 Alabama, 4:36 left here in the half. Collins, high post feed to De Silva Costa. Tried to get it down low to Cody, but it was stripped by Stetson. McMillan will run forward. Into the lane all the way. Look at McMillan. Shot was short. Sorrentino, though, gets the putback, and she's fouled. She'll head to the line for the and one after the shot goes down. Aaliyah Sorrentino out of Palm Bay, Florida. It is now 34-33 Stetson, 4:24 left. Sorrentino, who last year was just over 57% from the line, will miss the and one. Rebound taken by Ramsey, who's back in the game. And now over to Collins with 4:20 left here in the half. Alabama down 1. Collins around Ramsey. Give left side. Tipped but collected by Timmons. Working on Casso. Timmons lost the handle again. Now bodies are on the floor. Casso gets the steal. And here comes Stetson. McMillan with numbers. Kick. Epley. Shot fake. She'll drive. Stop. Give. Sorrentino down low. And her layup's good from the right block. And Christy Curry is going to call timeout to hopefully get everybody on the same page, because I'm going to be totally honest. Right now, Stetson is playing harder. The Hatters are getting in the mix. They're defending very well. That's why they lead it 36-33 with 3:54 left in the first half. And after those 3 minutes and 54 seconds wind down, we've got the Toyota halftime report. We'll have first half stats and scores from around the country, including the SEC. How did Vanderbilt do in Paris? We'll cover that. And we'll tell you about what's coming later on today, as well as some of the other finals in the league and the games happening right now. 36-33 Stetson over Alabama, 3:54 left here in the first half. Collins will run the offense across half court. Give right side to Ramsey. Up top to Weathers. Would love to see Weathers get a little more involved. Over to Collins on the right wing, trying to work around Epley. She will drive baseline and kick to the corner. Scott is open for 3, and she'll hit. And there's a whistle away from the basketball. The shot is good. The foul is on Alabama. So it's a 3 for Scott. That ties it at 36. I did not see who the foul was on, but it was after the shot, so it's good. A good 3 by Tamia. And it is on Ramsey for the tie. That's her first. Cody on the bench with 3 fouls. She picked up at third a moment ago. We're tied at 36, 3:25 left in the half. Right side Casso inside the three-point line. She'll bounce it out up top. Trying to feed Sorrentino, but is tipped by Ramsey, taken by Weathers. Here comes the Tide. Carly Weathers off a Ramsey screen. Kick out left side. Collins down low to Ramsey, working on Sorrentino. Now she's double teamed, and Sorrentino reached over her. That's a foul every day of the week with 3:07 left in quarter number 2. Sorrentino just picked up her second personal. That's team foul number 4, so one more in Alabama shooting. Stetson is not happy about that last call. That looked pretty clear and obvious to me. Now Collins from underneath will throw it into Weathers. She had to stop against Sorrentino. She'll back out with 15 on the shot clock. Kick right corner Collins. She'll drive. Baseline pass. Timmons is open. 3 up. No, off the iron. A lot of bodies colliding as the rebound was tipped, and a foul is called on Stetson with 2:57 left in the half. Boy, the Hatters are playing super physical, but that was a true takedown. I believe that's on Bradshaw, who was all tied up with Alancia Ramsey. And now Ramsey's at the line. Coastal Carolina transfer, makes the first. Ramsey last season was third team all Sun Belt. She shot just over 62% from the line. She's given Alabama a 37-36 lead. Second free throw is short. Rebound picked up by Sorrentino for Stetson. She almost traveled. 2:53 left in the half. Alabama up by 1. Give to McMillan, who will start the offense on the right wing. Now up top again to Sorrentino. That's been the focal point to kickstart things. She dribbles to the left. Ramsey's all over, and now she'll kick out to Bradshaw deep in the corner, and Alabama is called for a foul. That's on Ramsey. That's the 4th on the Tide. Oh boy, I didn't think Ramsey did anything too squirrely there. That's a 2nd on Ramsey. And Thomas back in for Stetson. She gets the inbounds. High post feed Sorrentino. She'll back into Ramsey. She'll try and drive further, but a foul is called backside again on Alabama with 2:35 left in the half. This one is on Collins, and that's her 2nd. Alabama's been called for 7 fouls against 3 people. 3 on Cody, 2 on Ramsey, 2 on Collins. Sorrentino's at the line. Aaliyah Sorrentino makes the first. We're tied at 37 with 2:35 left in the half. The UMass transfer has one more. She will miss that 2nd one, and it's rebounded by Weathers. Alabama looking to pull away, get a little cushion before halftime. High post feed to Ramsey. Nice give, backside to Collins. Beautiful give and go from the left block. Diana Collins makes it 39-37 Alabama. 2:17 left in the half. McMillan into the front court to Sorrentino again at the top of the arc, as she does. Handoff right wing this time to Thomas. Thomas working around a screen. She'll drive, and Cameron Thomas gets a very impressive floater around Ramsey to tie it at 39 with 2 minutes left. Collins, high post feed to Ramsey. Playing a lot of big minutes with Cody's foul trouble. Give right back to Collins. Her 3 is up from the top of the arc. It was no good, but soaring in is Ramsey. She'll give it out to Timmons, who tried to kick it to Weathers. It was knocked out of bounds by Stetson to keep it here with the Crimson Tide. 1:44 left in the half, all tied up at 39. Keshi is back in for Stetson, along with Onyele. Alabama will throw it in with 16 on the shot clock. Weathers finds Collins, who jump starts the offense. Right back to Weathers. High post feed, it's Timmons. Tried to get to Ramsey. The ball was kicked by a Hatter. Shot clock back to 20. 1:36 left in the half. Still tied at 39. Still Alabama basketball. Collins will trigger. Looking for Scott. Scott's got it. Back into the lane from the right side. Now a kick out to Timmons. Timmons right side. Back into the paint now. Kick out left side. It's Weathers for 3. It's off the back iron. Rebound taken by Stetson with 1:22 left in the half. Tied up at 39. McMillan. Drive and kick out to Keshi, who dribbles it back to the top of the arc and hands it off to Thomas. She'll fire a step back 3, and she will hit. Boy, she is impressive. 17 points for Thomas. It's 42-39 Stetson with a minute left in the first half. Tide needs something before the break. Ramsey's got it at the free throw line. Hand off to Collins, who dribbles left side and kicks to Timmons. She'll try and get back in the middle. Thought she was fouled. She picks up the basketball and goes into the lane again. Beautiful feed, right block, and a perfect layup for Ramsey to make it a 1-point game. 42-41 Hatters. 41 seconds left in the half. Stetson quickly ahead. Casso left side three, no good. Rebound Scott. 6-second differential between the game and shot clock as Tamia Scott gets into the front court. Handoff right in front of the Stetson bench to Diana Collins, who will drive into the lane. Floater is no good, but she's fouled with 22.5 left here in the half. And Diana will head to the stripe with her team down by 1. Potho back in for Stetson. Here comes Sorrentino and Jones for Alabama. Sorrentino for the Hatters. Diana Collins has a pair of free throws. First attempts of the season. Last year, she was just under 62%. First attempt is up and good to tie it at 42. Second attempt, perfect. Alabama in front with 22.5 left in the half. Hatters will presumably settle for the final shot. Alabama's got a very tall lineup out there as Brooks checks back in and sends Collins to the bench. 20 seconds left as McMillan brings it up. Alabama up by 1, 43-42. McMillan dribbling around with 13. Timmons all over her with 12. Give to Sorrentino with 11, with 10. Looking for Thomas. Alabama won't give it to her. Now it's given to Thomas, who lost the basketball and actually double dribbled. Alabama was all keyed in on Cameron Thomas. There's a turnover with 5.7 left in the half. Collins is back in, and Alabama can get a little magic before everyone goes to the locker rooms. Let's see what Alabama's got before the break. Weathers will throw it in. 5.7 left on the clock. Alabama 43, Stetson 42. Weathers looking quickly into Collins with 4. Collins with 3 across half court with 2. With 1, she'll stop on the left wing. Her 3 is up and just a little too strong, although from this angle, I thought for a second that one might fall. Alabama, though, nice job getting a little bit back and grabbing the lead going into the locker room. Your score as we get into halftime. Alabama 43, Stetson 42. Coming up, we've got the Toyota halftime report. We'll have stats, we'll have scores, we'll have what to expect in the second half, and even more here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. rebounds to Alabama's 18. The Tide has 7 offensive boards. The Hatters have 3. And really the biggest statistical difference, Alabama's only turned it over 3 times. Stetson has given it away 9 times. Alabama has 13 points off of those 9 turnovers. Individually for the Crimson Tide, Jessica Timmons leads the way with 13 points on 3 of 7 shooting. She is 6 for 6 from the free throw line. She's got a couple rebounds as well. Essence Cody, 8 points on 2 of 2 shooting, both field goals made from beyond the arc. The issue, 3 personal fouls. That will be something to monitor as this game progresses. Tamia Scott with 7 points. Diana Collins has 6 points and a pair of boards. 3 points for Carly Weathers, 5 for Alancia Ramsey. Jones, Da Silva Costa, or I should say Da Silva Costa's got 1 point. Jones and Leah Brooks have played and have not scored so far. For the Hatters, a lot of the production coming from beyond the arc and led by the preseason conference player of the year, Cameron Thomas. 17 points in the first half on 6 of 8 shooting, 3 of 4 from three-point range. Aaliyah Sorrentino, 10 points and 5 boards and 2 fouls as well. For the Hatters, Jorah Epley had 6 points. Rose Casso and Mary McMillan with 3 points. Promise Keshi has 2. And Potho, Anyele, Locatelli, and Bradshaw have all played and not scored. For Alabama, one more nugget before we take a break. Cody, I mentioned, has the 3 fouls. Collins has 2. Ramsey has 2. So not a lot of personals called on the Tide, but concentrated among some players Alabama will really, really need. When we come back, we'll update you on what's gone on around the SEC here on opening day for women's basketball. Right now in Coleman Coliseum, Alabama leads Stetson 43-42 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of...
All right, it'll be yours at the whistle.
This presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the University and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University.
Halftime here at Coleman, Alabama women's basketball. It's 43-42, Crimson Tide over Stetson here at the break. As we continue with the Toyota halftime report, one quick update on the stats. We mentioned the official stats. We're looking for an extra point somewhere. That point was for Cameron Thomas for Stetson. So officially, she had 18 points in the first half. Enough about this, though. Alabama leading 43-42 at the break. Let's talk about everything else as we get into the Alabama Power scoreboard updates. When you cheer, we cheer. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Scores around the Southeastern Conference. Georgia in the second quarter leads Alabama State 31-14. In the second quarter, Auburn leads Charlotte in Charlotte 13-8. Real barn burner there. Second quarter in Norman, Oklahoma, number 6 Sooners lead Belmont 26-16. Finals from today, Ole Miss, the number 12 team in America, took down Norfolk State 87-46. And over in Paris, France, Vanderbilt, number 19 in America, behind a casual 27 from Michaela Blakes, defeats California 74-65. Games coming up the rest of the way tonight at 5:30 Central, Morehead State and Kentucky in Lexington. 6 o'clock hour, you'll have North Florida at Florida in Gainesville. Grand Canyon against number 2 South Carolina at 6 Central Time in Columbia. Best of luck to the Lopes. Not sure that'll go well. 6:30 Central Time, Central Arkansas is at Missouri. Also at 6:30, Davidson in Starkville at Mississippi State. And Incarnate Word in Texas will cap off the day at 7 o'clock Central. The number 4 Longhorns hosting Incarnate Word to open up their season. And that is your Alabama Power scoreboard update. Of course, the most important score, Alabama 43, Stetson 42. When we come back, we'll discuss adjustments Alabama can make and what to expect in the second half as the Tide leads by 1 here at the break on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Welcome back to the Toyota halftime report here in Coleman Coliseum. Both teams are back out of the locker rooms. Alabama leads Stetson 43-42. Third quarter coming up in moments, but before we get there, it's time for what to expect in the second half, which is presented by Coca-Cola. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that is a winning combo. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. Well, when I look at what to expect in the second half, honestly, my first thought is I expect Stetson to just not shoot as well. Last year, the Hatters shot barely over 31% from 3. That was good for 162nd in America. Stetson was just over 61% in the first half. Mathematically, there's no way that the Hatters can keep it up. So if I'm Alabama, quite frankly, I maybe do a little bit more grittiness on the defensive side, but Stetson is not going to keep making these threes. Now, there are a few defensive changes you could make. You could just fully stick Diana Collins on Cameron Thomas. She's your best defender. But on the defensive side, I think you just kind of keep doing what you've been doing, play a little bit tighter, a little bit tougher, and try and really make life hard for the Hatters, because I promise you, if you impact that shot, they are going to start missing at least some more. in the second half. Offensively for Alabama, I would love to see a little bit quicker passing. There's been a lot of driving, stopping, and kicking. Some of the best shots Alabama's gotten have been with quick drives and quick passes. When things have paused a bit, that's when the offense has gotten into a bit of a lull. So if you're Alabama, you'd love to just get a little bit more motion, a little bit more rhythm. It's opening day. Sometimes that takes a minute, but hopefully coming out of a locker room, the Tide will be ready to rumble and try and get to 1-0 on this season. That does it for us and the Toyota Halftime Report. Visit your local Toyota dealers or explore settoyota.com today and take advantage of the deals on our full line of vehicles. No matter your destination, Toyota goes with you. Toyota, let's go places. And before we step aside and get ready for the second half, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. (43-42) Alabama leads Stetson. Second half coming up here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. It's time for the second half. Third quarter about to begin. Alabama 43, Stetson 42. Women's basketball opener for the Crimson Tide. Gray Robertson in for Roger Hoover, along with Brian Freeman back in the studios. Ethan Carabin operating the court-adjacent camera from #ThePerch up here at Coleman, workshopping a nickname. And it's time to start the third period. Alabama will begin with possession, and here comes Diana Collins across half court to kick off this third period. Give left side to Timmons. It's the starters on the floor for Alabama, minus Cody. Ramsey's in. Give to Weathers, left side three, no good. Backside rebound, Keshi for Stetson. Here come the Hatters. McMillan is back on the floor to begin the second half. She'll drive, looking for Casso, who comes in from the right side into the lane. Lost the basketball, taken by Weathers. And here comes Alabama 30 seconds into the half. Weathers dribbling left side. Hand off to Collins, who gets it back towards the free throw line, tried to thread the needle, but the pass was tipped. Somehow Timmons still got it, and somehow she makes a layup to put Alabama up 3. I don't know how she got possession, let alone a shot up. 45-42 Alabama, 9:12 left in the third. Give, Thomas, right wing 3, that's way too strong. Backside rebound is taken by Collins. Here she comes. Good start to the half for Alabama. Collins will drive baseline. Reverse layup is blocked by Sorrentino. Quickly it goes back to the Hatters, and McMillan will run the point. With the starters back out there for the visitors, McMillan past the three-point line. Give right block to a wide-open Sorrentino. A couple players came to help. Problem is There was nobody still there to defend Aaliyah Sorrentino. It's 45-44 Alabama, 8.5 left here in the third. Collins into the front court, dribbling into the corner. Now she'll move around inside the three-point line. Long pass, kick to Scott. Her three is no good. Sorrentino crashes the glass and gets the rebound. And here comes Stetson. McMillan back to Sorrentino at the top of the arc. Looking for a cutting Thomas. She found her on the right side. Layup good. Stetson back in front. 46-45. Hatters lead 2 minutes into the third quarter. Collins will drive all the way from the right side. Layup good and one. Boy, nobody came over to help until the very end, and Collins said thank you very much. She went right down Broadway. She's got two, and the and one is on the way for the Lilburn, Georgia native. 47-46 Alabama. 7:59 left in the third. Collins is 2 for 2 from the stripe here so far today. She's now 3 for 3. Free throw good. Alabama's up by 2, 48-46. McMillan across the timeline, picked up by Collins. McMillan trying to shake her. Good luck with that. She'll drive baseline and try to kick it, but instead it's kicked by Timmons out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hatters. 7:48 left in the third. McMillan will trigger into Thomas. Deep, far side, left wing. Now she'll back in and go all the way and get fouled. Just firmly wiggled past Weathers, who had nothing but a foul to offer. And Cameron Thomas will head to the line, looking to tie up this ball game. Thomas is 3 for 4 from the stripe today. Conference Newcomer of the Year a season ago, preseason Player of the Year this year. She has shown up on the road. First free throw is good. One more for Thomas. That one is perfect as well. We are all square at 48. 7:42 left in the third. Boy, Alabama just cannot get a cushion against these visiting Hatters. Collins running the offense. Kick right wing to Timmons, and she walked with it, trying to drive. That's only the 4th turnover by the Tide. But right now the Hatters are just making life hard for Alabama. Stetson brings it up with McMillan, who's working with 6 assists today. High post feed to Sorrentino. Looking for a cutting Keshi. Nothing was there. Sorrentino backs out. Now left side block to Keshi. Kick McMillan. Left wing 3 is up and good. 51-48 Stetson. 7:12 left in the third. Collins across half court. Alabama's got to find a jolt somewhere. She'll drive and kick to Timmons on the right wing. Timmons will attack. She'll stop. Out to Collins in the corner. She'll drive baseline. Nothing was there. Back out to Timmons with 13 on the shot clock. Timmons, pull up. Jumper is good from just inside the free throw line. Alabama's down 1, 51-50, 6:50 left here in the third. McMillan trying to get to Keshi. It was knocked out of bounds by Collins, who read that pass with ease. And in comes Essence Cody. Ramsey will check out. McMillan is out for Stetson. Locatelli, Switzerland native, checks in. 51-50 Stetson, 6:39 left in the third. Potho also in, and looks like here comes Epley too. Just kidding, they'll send Jor Epley back to the bench. Boy, Timmons is, foul called. She was all over Locatelli, and even before the ball was thrown in, a foul is whistled against Jessica Timmons. That's her first. Timmons trying to tighten up on defense. Got a little over-aggressive that time. Another chance for Stetson to throw it in. Locatelli does come and get it. With 16 on the shot clock. Locatelli, high post feed to Sorrentino. Handoff right side, Locatelli, she'll drive, floater up, no good. Backside rebound, Weathers. Here comes the Tide. Ahead to Timmons across half court. She'll go coast to coast. She'll stop. And part of the reason she stopped was she was fouled. The 6:22 left in the third. Locatelli's second. Getting a little chippy between those two. Keshi and Locatelli will check out. Alabama down one. Will throw it in from underneath. It's Collins as per usual. Out up top to Weathers, who had to fend off Thomas. Now Weathers sets. Cameron Thomas all over her. Weathers around Cody. And then a give back to Cody on the pick and roll, and she will drive and get fouled. Essence Cody will head to the free throw line for a pair with 6:13 left in the third period. Alabama's run this play a good bit, but it was a great pass by Weathers. Nobody really came over to help down low until the very end when the foul was called. Easy maneuver for Cody, who's 2 for 2 from the line, and fire up the first of two. It's perfect. This game is tied at 51. Foul on Potho, by the way. That's her second. Second free throw for Essence is perfect. Alabama back in front, 52-51. And Timmons is all over McMillan. They'll lob it over Timmons to McMillan, who brings it into the front court. She'll drive and kick to Epley. Right side three is good. It's not how that's supposed to go. Jorah Epley with another triple. And Christy Curry is going to call timeout. Epley's got 9 today, and Stetson has the lead. 54-52. 6:03 left in the third, and a timeout on the floor here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Alabama fans, keep up with everything Alabama with the Alabama Crimson Tide mobile app presented by Cadence Bank. Download the Alabama Crimson Tide mobile app now for free at the App Store and Google Play. A couple updates on things happening around campus. Men's basketball will start the season at 7 o'clock Central Time right here in this very building on this very court against North Dakota. Chris Stewart, Brian Passing, the whole gang will be on the call on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. How about Alabama soccer? Taking on Vanderbilt tomorrow at the SEC tournament after a thrilling 2-0 victory, I should say 2-0 victory, over South Carolina on Sunday. Tide should be safely in the NCAA tournament. They're looking to go on a great run down in Pensacola. Volleyball back in action on Wednesday and Friday. 2-match road swing against Oklahoma and Arkansas. And then with other basketball events during the week, football on Saturday against LSU, all day long pretty much on the network. The whole gang will be here. And right now in Coleman Coliseum in women's basketball, Stetson leads Alabama 54-52. 6:03 left in the third. The Hatters have continued to shoot lights out from three. Can Alabama find a response? We'll see. 6 minutes left in the third. Collins has the basketball. She'll get it down low immediately to Cody, but her shot was short. Rebound is tipped and controlled by Stetson. Cody got what she wanted. Just hit the rim. Now McMillan into the front court. She'll drive. Beautiful feed left side, but the layup is no good by Potho. Wow, she was wide open. Too strong on the right block. And now Alabama comes down, and Timmons is fouled, trying to get it into the front court by Potho, who might have just been really frustrated she missed a bunny. That's her third, so she will check out. Casso back in. 5:35 left in the period. 54-52 Stetson. De Silva Costa on the floor with Cody, Weathers, Collins, and Timmons. The throw-in goes to Collins, who sets the offense right next to that Alabama logo. Give right wing to Timmons. She'll drive. She'll pull up in the short corner. The shot was way too strong. De Silva Costa got the rebound. Her putback is no good, and Sorrentino picks it up. Ahead to Locatelli, who drives. Kick out Sorrentino. Top of the arc three is no good. Thomas soars in. The rebound is knocked out of bounds by Weathers, and it'll stay on this side, much to the chagrin of the Alabama student section. I will say, though, I think that's the right call. 5:08 left in the third. Throw in for Stetson, leading 54-52 against Alabama. The throw-in found Thomas, who drove and lost her footing. Tried to throw it to a teammate, but nobody was there, and it's stolen by the Tide. Timmons picked it up, give to Weathers. Here she comes on the far side. Around to Cody's screen, dribbled it off her foot, and yeah, that's a backcourt violation. Weathers was slow to go get it. I thought for sure live that was a backcourt violation. Christy Curry's not pleased. And there's another timeout on the floor with 4:50 left in the third. Stetson 54, Alabama 52 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. .450 left in the third. This has turned into a little bit of a barn burner. Stetson leads Alabama 54-52 here in the season opener. Gray Robertson here in for Roger Hoover. Glad that you're with us. Got Brian Freeman back in the studios. Ethan Caravan is here. The broadcast for the men's team getting set up. Chris Stewart's in the house. Tom Stipe hanging out up here as well. And everyone looking on with a little bit of angst as Stetson leads at 54-52. Why? The big reason is Stetson has been shooting it unbelievably from beyond the arc. 10 of 17 in this game. That is just shy of 60%. Sorrentino and Thomas have led the way. Alabama has had Timmons and Cody get into double figures. Jessica Timmons has 17. Cody has 10. And Stetson jumped the gun a little bit. Our friends from SEC Network not ready to go. Gonna go those packages in. Stetson's got to wait. Now it's fine. Epley will throw it into Thomas, and here come the Hatters. 54-52 Stetson. Thomas will drive on Collins, and her shot is blocked by Diana Collins. Here comes Weathers. Just, man, what a job by Collins staying in front of Thomas. Now Weathers around Cody. She'll kick it. Essence Cody for three. No, off the side of the iron, but Weathers runs it down and she was fouled hunting for that rebound. It was either her or Da Silva Costa who got cleared out. It's on Casso. That's her third, and that is 5. And that means the Tide should be shooting. Keshi's in, Casso out. And it will be Lourdes Da Silva Costa. She got fouled trying to go for the board. The impressive freshman is 1 for 2 from the stripe today. Now 1 for 3, missed the first. Second attempt is off the back iron, an empty trip for Alabama. Rebound Stetson, who almost double dribbled, but here comes Locatelli into the front court, picked up by Weathers. They do have Collins face guarding Thomas far side. Sorrentino's got it, and she walked in the short corner against Cody. Sorrentino did a little too much moving, not enough dribbling, and that's another turnover by the Hatters. 12th of the day as Da Silva Costa exits. Scott in for Alabama. Here comes Collins, 54-52 Stetson, 4:10 left in the third quarter. Collins down low for Cody on the right block. Cross court, Scott, 4-3 left wing, no off the front iron. Rebound Stetson. Here comes Locatelli. Met by Weathers. Give to Keshi on the right wing. Now up top to Sorrentino. Looking for help. Picked up her dribble. Needs some help. Give to Thomas. Scott is all over. Cameron Thomas at the top of the key. High post feed to Sorrentino. Back to Thomas with 10 on the shot clock. One dribble, shot up, it was tipped, and a foul is called on Alabama. Oh, boy. And that's the 4th on Cody. Oh, maybe got a bit of the hand. I don't know. She also blocked the shot, so. All right. 3 free throws for Cameron Thomas, who's got 22 points, and is 5 for 6 from the line today. Her first attempt is no good. She takes a major deep breath as the crowd gets louder. Second is perfect. She'll have one more. Here's the third attempt from Cameron Thomas. It's good. 4-point lead for Stetson. 56-52, 3:37 left in the third. Alabama's got to cut into this before we get to the final 10 minutes. Weathers has it. Swing left side to Scott. Looking down low for Ramsey, who's back in the game. Backing into Sorrentino. Kick out, it's Timmons. Oh, she thought about it. Now she'll drive into the lane. She got Sorrentino in the air, and Timmons is fouled on the shot attempt. Stetson wants a travel call, and oh my gosh, Stetson's going to get a travel call. They said Timmons left her feet. All right. It's officially a turnover for Alabama. It goes back to the Hatters. Locatelli across half court, 56-52 Stetson, 3:15 left in the third. Locatelli's pass is taken by Ramsey and tipped out to Timmons. On the run, 1-on-2. Timmons' shot is no good, but she was knocked down, and this time there's no doubt. Jessica Timmons will head to the free throw line for a pair with 3:07 left in the period. And that is on Keshi. That is her 4th. Foul trouble for Stetson. Keshi's got 4. Casso's got 3. Potho's got 3. For Alabama, Cody's got 4, and that's pretty much it in the worried department. Timmons is 6 for 6 tonight from the line, but she misses the first. The second is good. 56-53 Stetson. 3:06 left in the third. Alabama needs a stop. Got to get momentum going into the fourth quarter. McMillan controlling the point. She'll back out and reset the offense. Here comes Epley on the right side. Off of McMillan's screen, dribbling middle. She'll stop. Thomas is looking for the basketball, but she can't get it. Cross-court pass to Casso. Shot fake, she'll drive, and her floater's good. Just blew it right by Collins. 2:41 left. 58-53 Stetson. That's left in the quarter, I should say. Collins across the timeline, give to Timmons. She's doing her best. Can't shake Epley. Into the lane. Shot is up. It was short. And a foul on the rebound. If that's on Sorrentino, that's number 3. She and Ramsey got tied up. It is third for Aaliyah Sorrentino. Collins checks out. Brooks is in for Alabama. And Alencia Ramsey. Coastal Carolina transfers at the free throw line. Tonight, she is 1 for 2. First attempt is perfect. One more for the transfer. She made them both. 58-55 Stetson. 2:27 left in the third. McMillan, as she's done all day, running the offense for the visitors. Looking to get to Epley in front of her own bench. Couldn't find her. Alabama's not giving any easy passes. McMillan's doing a lot of dribbling inside the arc. Now she lost the basketball. It's loose. It's knocked out of bounds, and it is off the tide as Ramsey and Onyele dove for it. I'm going to say last touch by Alencia Ramsey. 2:08 left in the third. It'll stay with Stetson with 10 on the shot clock. Hatters lead it by 3. Throw-in goes to McMillan with 8 on the shot clock. Just over 2 minutes left in the quarter. McMillan off a screen with 5, with 4. Driving on Brooks with 2, with 1. She'll kick out to Epley. Shot up at the buzzer is no good. Rebound to Alabama. Big stop there. Big miss by Epley, who was open. Here comes Timmons quickly. On the right side of a lane. Shot up good, and she's fouled. Boy, I called out. Alabama said they needed to just show a little bit more grit and toughness in the second half. Timmons has brought it. She's got 20 points now, and she'll have a free throw to tie up this game with 1:48 left in the third. And the foul is on Casso, who now also has 4. Keshi and Casso, both with 4 personals. Timmons is 7 for 8 from the line tonight. Free throw is good. Tied up at 58. 1:48 left in the third. Collins will re-enter. Out goes Leah Brooks. It's Timmons, Ramsey, Scott, Weathers, Collins for Alabama. McMillan across half court. Dribbling with her right, now her left, now her right hand. High post feed to Sorrentino. She almost had it stripped, but got it back. Hand off to Thomas. She'll cut all the way to the rim. And Thomas's layup rolls out. It did everything but fall. Rebound to Alabama. Weathers quickly ahead to Collins. Taking on McMillan down low. Collins in the lane. Kick out to Timmons. Over to Weathers for 3. No, just off the iron. But Ramsey battles for the board, and her putback is good. Except there's an injured Hatter on the other side. That's Thomas who's down. The athletic training staff is going to check on her. The officials immediately stop play. It is a good jumper by Ramsey, and Alabama's got the lead, but with 1:18 in the third, the Hatters are checking on their all-conference player who drove to the lane and never got back on defense. Missed the shot. He's going up against Timmons. As I look at the monitor, I don't see anything too crazy. Maybe a little collision with Timmons as she was going up. Now good to see Thomas heading back to the bench. She is hobbling a bit, and she'll take a seat. We'll keep an eye on her status. They're checking her now. Alabama is back in front, 60-58, with 1:13 left in the third. A 7-0 run for the Tide in the last minute 15. And with Thomas off the floor, Alabama sets up in the full court press. Stetson is able to get it across with Epley to Keshi. Cross-court pass, McMillan for three from the left wing. That is good. Stetson immediately back in front. 1 minute left in the third, 61-60 Hatters. Collins around a Ramsey screen. Give left side, Timmons working on Keshi. Keshi's got 4 fouls. Handoff right wing now to Weathers. She'll kick it to Collins deep in the left corner. Collins drives baseline with 42 seconds left in the period. Up top to Timmons. One step, 3 up, no good. Rebound is taken by Stetson and then stolen by Weathers, and she makes the layup to give Alabama the 1-point lead. Under 30 seconds left in the quarter at 62-61 Alabama. What hustle from Carly Weathers, doing what she does. Sorrentino fake the handoff to Keshi, now backing down against Ramsey, and a foul is called with 17.2 left in the quarter. That's the third on Ramsey. It's the 4th team foul, so Stetson is not shooting. And here comes Essence Cody. Remember, she's got 4 fouls, but this makes sense if you get a quick stop. Don't want to pick up that 5th, though. And a foul on the throw-in as Collins bumped McMillan, and that is a 5th team foul. And Mary McMillan will head to the line. 14.6 left in the third. 62-61 Alabama. Probably not what Coach Curry had in mind when bringing in Cody, hoping for a quick stop and a chance for her to get something off. McMillan, a 75% free throw shooter last season, first attempt today. And it's good. Tied up at 62. One more. This one's short. Rebound is taken by Collins with 13, with 12. Collins quickly ahead, did not have numbers. With 10, we're tied up at 62. Diana Collins with 7, with 6, with 5. Got to do something. Diana Collins with 3, off a screen from Cody, over to Timmons. At the buzzer for 3, it's off the iron. And we will go to the final 10 minutes, all tied up. Alabama 62, Stetson 62. This one's gotten a little gnarly, but Tide will have to show some grit and toughness when we come back here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Welcome back to the season opener for Alabama women's basketball. It has been anything but easy. Tied up at 62 with Stetson. Go into the fourth quarter. Glad you're with us. Gray Robertson in for Roger Hoover. If you're Alabama, I know it's the opener. I know you're still meshing as a team, but you got to bear down, and you've really got to show some of that toughness and grit that really defined last season's team. Stetson has shot very well, but they've also made a lot of the tough plays too. And the Hatters start with the basketball, and here comes McMillan. Still no Thomas as McMillan drives all the way. Nobody stopped her. Stetson's in front, 64-62, 10 seconds into the fourth. Cameron Thomas, the leading scorer for Stetson last year, and a player with 24 today, went down with an injury late in the third. She has not come back on the floor. Alabama's got it. Down to Cody, who's working with 4 fouls. Cross court to Weathers. It was tipped. It's still loose. Carly's got it. Out to Timmons with 8 on the shot clock. Jessica Timmons will drive. Jessica Timmons stopped with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Out to Diana Collins for 3. She hits, and Alabama is back in front. Diana Collins, first 3 of the day. It's 65-64 Alabama. 9:12 left. Collins has 12. McMillan running the offense, looking for Bradshaw to cut. She wouldn't do it. Now up top to Sorrentino. Swing right side to Potho. Potho looking for Bradshaw, who does cut, puts up a shot on the right side, and the rebound was tipped to Collins, who was standing out of bounds. It will stay with Stetson with 10 on the shot clock. 8:56 left in the game. Alabama leads by 1. Casso and Keshi will re-enter. Potho and Bradshaw check out. McMillan will throw it in for the Hatters. Quick throw into Casso against Collins. She'll stop. Shot is up and short. Rebound to Alabama. Scott was fighting for it, and she throws it out to Weathers. I like the start. Weathers quickly ahead. Had Collins on the right wing, but was knocked out of bounds by McMillan. Probably saved a 3. Now the Tide will throw it in from the far side, right in front of the fans. It's Weathers, Cody, Scott, Collins, Timmons on the floor. Weathers into Collins, who sets the offense. Give left side to Scott. She dribbles back to the top of the arc. Now she'll drive into the lane all the way. Scott is fouled. Shot was short, no good, but Tamia Scott will head to the charity stripe for a pair of free throws. And the foul is on Sorrentino. That is her 4th. So Sorrentino, Keshi, Casso all with 4. And no sign of Thomas yet, who left the game with injury. Although she is going to head to the scorer's table as the first free throw from Tamia Scott is up and good. Scott's first attempts of the season. Middle Tennessee transfer. Second shot is no good. 66-64 Alabama. 8:34 left in the game. Here comes Stetson across half court. McMillan gives it right side. This is Casso. Back to the top of the arc, looking for cutters. Casso now to McMillan. Mary McMillan resets with the left hand. She'll drive into the lane, and it cleared out. Easy layup to tie it at 66. With 8:10, McMillan's speed has beaten Alabama off the ball multiple times today. Collins across half court. Looking down low, it's Cody. Essence, Cody's shot is no good. Rebound, and the putback is off, but Sorrentino just fouled out of this ball game. Cody's going to head to the line. And that's going to be it for Aaliyah Sorrentino, who leaves with 12 points and 7 rebounds. Preseason all-conference pick. That is massive. Thomas is checked back in for Stetson, and the Hatters will go with a shorter lineup. Tallest player on the floor is Keshi at 5'10". So if you're Alabama, keep feeding Cody. Essence Cody, preseason All-SEC pick, has 2 free throws to give Alabama the lead. She misses the first. One more for Cody. She missed them both. Rebound Stetson. 66-66, under 8 minutes to go in Coleman. Quickly ahead, it's Casso for 3. That's short. Rebound taken by Weathers. One shot. Good trip by the Tide defense. Here comes Carly Weathers going one-on-one with McMillan. Now she'll back out. Give to Cody on the right block. Easy shot, but it rolls out. Oh, no. She was off balance, but that's a bunny you got to make. And here come the Hatters. Cross court, Epley. She'll drive, baseline. She's trapped. She's in trouble. She's lost the basketball, stolen by Weathers. Tied at 66, 7:20 left. Carly Weathers across the timeline. Starting on the right wing, looking down low for Cody, and Keshi picked off the pass to McMillan. McMillan for three, left side. That's too strong. Rebound, Scott. Here comes Alabama. Boy, some rough possessions the last minute or so. Both ways. Scott off a Cody screen. Give left wing to Collins. Looking for Cody, who's posted up. Now Collins will drive. Kick out to Scott. Scott will attack the lane. She'll jump cut. She'll put up a layup that goes. Alabama back in front, 68-66, and Stetson will call timeout. With 6:47 left, Alabama trying to hang on here in the season opener. We'll close things out here at Coleman when you return on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Great show here in Coleman as we get down to crunch time. Stetson has been game. The Hatters picked third in the preseason in the Atlantic Sun Conference, have made life tough for the Crimson Tide. And now with 6:47 left in this ballgame, Alabama leads the Hatters 68-66. Leading the way individually for Alabama, Jessica Timmons, who's played with elite toughness, 21 points on the night. Collins has 12. Scott and Cody both have 10. For the Hatters, Thomas has 24, McMillan has 14, Sorrentino has 12, but she has fouled out. Other foul trouble, nuggets for the Hatters. Keshi's got 4, Casso has 4, and Potho has 3. For Alabama, Cody has 4, Collins has 3, Ramsey has 3. So outside of Cody, nothing crazy pressing. Stetson has started to miss a little bit more from deep here in the second half. But the Tide has got to hold Cameron Thomas. Alabama will go with Scott, Ramsey, Weathers, Collins, and Timmons on the floor. Stetson has the basketball. McMillan gets across the timeline with 6:40 left. Alabama leading 68-66. Keshi, cross court, it's Thomas. Up top to McMillan. She'll drive and kick. Right side, Keshi. Now up top to Casso. Swing left side to Thomas. To Keshi, to McMillan. Shot fake, I thought she traveled, but she puts up a 3. It's no good. Rebound Scott on the other end. And here comes Tamia Scott. She'll get across half court. Tamia Scott lost the basketball, tipped it to Collins somehow. Now Diana Collins will get into traffic and try and feed Ramsey down low. Beautiful feed. The shot somehow does not go, and it's rebounded by Stetson. Alabama's missed 5 or 6 of those in the second half, I feel like. 68-66 Tide, 5:52 left. Here's Thomas. They've got Weathers on her. Thomas going to work. She picked up her dribble. She threw it away. And a foul on the other side by Casso, and that's going to be 5. Collins was off and running. That's 5 on Rose Casso, who departs with 5 points and a singular rebound. Onyele checks in for her. 5:42 to go in the game, 68-66 Alabama. Can the Tide get another bucket to really build? Largest lead of the game has been 3 for Alabama. That's it. Timmons has the basketball. Top of the arc, give to Ramsey. Looking to give it back to Timmons. It works. She'll drive. Shot is up. No good. Rebound is still loose. Ramsey's fighting for it, and Stetson's got it with Onyele. Another missed layup. As Locatelli, who's back in, brings it up and hands it off to Thomas with 5:13 left. Thomas against Ramsey. Left side. Now Weathers comes to help, and it's knocked out of bounds by Alabama with 5:08 left. 68-66 Crimson Tide. Stetson has not scored in the last 3 minutes and 4 seconds. Mary McMillan is back in. Locatelli checks out. Epley is back in. Potho exits. All that for the Hatters. McMillan will throw it in from underneath. Out up top to Thomas. Give to Mary McMillan. 5 minutes left. Mary McMillan at the top of the arc. Couple dribbles. She'll drive right side into traffic. Give to Onyele. Hook shot is no good. Alabama fought for the rebound. It was knocked out and collected by Timmons. Here comes Jessica Timmons. Alabama's lead is 2. Timmons handoff left side Weathers. Spin into the lane. Give right block. Ramsey. Beautiful shot. Beautiful make. That's the largest lead of the day for Alabama. It's 70-66 Crimson Tide with 4:35 left. Boy, the spin by Weathers set all that up. Stetson had to come and help. And a good job by Ramsey fighting through 3 Hatters defenders to give Alabama that 70-66 advantage and force the timeout from the visitors, who have 1 left. How about Alancia Ramsey? 11 points in her Alabama debut, 6 rebounds. Now 5 Tide players in double figures today. And if you're Alabama, if you get a stop and a bucket in this next exchange, kind of feels like you finally wrestled the momentum on your side. Stetson has missed their last 4 shots. The Hatters have not scored in the last 3 minutes and 38 seconds. If you can add some time to that, you're going to feel really good if you're Alabama. Stetson will throw it into McMillan. And here she comes. Give right side to Epley. Alabama in a zone. Up top to Keshi. Swing to Thomas. Back to Keshi. Now to McMillan. Over to Thomas on the left wing. Right back to McMillan. 10 on the shot clock. Good defensive possession. McMillan will drive all the way. Kick to Keshi in the corner. With 4 on the shot clock, she'll drive and put up a floater that goes. Promise Keshi. 4 points today. It's 70-68 Alabama. 4 minutes left. Got to return the favor. Collins gives right side to Timmons. Over to Scott, who almost lost it, but corralled the basketball and resets. Off a screen from Ramsey. Scott in the lane. Shot up good off the glass. Little floater. 72-68 Alabama. 3:40 left. Stetson quickly ahead. It's Thomas. Right side 3. That is perfect. She's got 27. It's a 1-point game. 3:33 left. Collins into the front court. Handoff to Scott on the right wing. She'll attack as she's done a lot today, but her shot was stuffed by Keshi. And now it's loose and a whistle comes. And Christy Curry is called timeout with 3:22 left. And Alabama clinging to a 72-71 lead. Well, a reminder, after the game, catch the Regions postgame show. We'll have the head coach, Christy Curry, final stats, live player interviews, and more. Make sure you get your University of Alabama Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card today. The tone of the postgame is going to very much so depend on the final 3 minutes and 22 seconds of this contest. Alabama 72, Stetson 71. 21 points for Alabama's Jessica Timmons in her return after sitting out last year following a torn ACL that ended her campaign in 2023-24. For the Hatters, it's Cameron Thomas, the preseason conference player of the year, who's dropped 27 on the Tide. For Alabama, Weathers, Scott, Cody back in with those 4 fouls, Timmons and Collins. Collins will throw it in. Up by 1, 3:22 left. Got to get it into somebody. Tried to get it to Weathers. She was knocked down. It's stolen by Stetson. My goodness. Here comes McMillan. Ahead to Epley on the right side. Long pass to Keshi. Over to Cameron Thomas on the left wing. Thomas blows by Scott, and the floater is short, but it's rebounded by Stetson and then lost and stolen by Collins. She doesn't have numbers. It's 1-on-3. And she'll back out. Under 3 minutes to go. Alabama leading by 1. Give left side Weathers. Looking down low for Cody. Almost had it stripped. Cross court to Scott. Up top to Collins. 8 on the shot clock. Collins will drive into the lane. Out to Scott on the right wing with 3 on the shot clock. Step back 3 is short. Cody on the glass gets the rebound and is fouled trying to get it to Weathers. That's the 4th team foul on the Hatters in this quarter. It's on Onyele. That's just her 2nd. 2:34 left. Alabama 72, Stetson 71. Collins underneath. Looking for someone to get it to. Out to Cody, who had to backtrack and collect. 2.5 to go. Scott's got it now. Dribbling left side. Give to a cutting Weathers. She'll stop. Plant. Drive. Shot up. Rolls everywhere and then falls off the rim. She'll head to the line because she got fouled, but Carly Weathers had a chance for a 3-point play. Foul goes against Epley, her 2nd. Weathers has not attempted a free throw today. Last season, Carly just under 69%. The lead is 1. Now it's 2. First is good from Carly Weathers. Glad you're with us. Gray Robertson in for Roger Hoover. Gang's all here. First of 2 games in Coleman tonight on the network. 2nd free throw good for Weathers. Ramsey checks back in. It's 74-71 Alabama, 2:25 left. Cody is out, again with those 4 fouls. Ramsey's played good defense too, so I like the move anyway. Got a key in on Thomas. You know she's going to get a look. McMillan across half court. Epley was cutting. McMillan didn't want it. Now she sets up the offense. Here comes Thomas. She's got the basketball. She lost the basketball. It's loose on the floor. It rolls out of bounds. It's last touched by the Hatters. Tide has it with 2:10 left. There was a mad dash for it on the far side. They'll say Thomas was holding on to it when the ball was on the out-of-bounds line. Cody's back in for Alabama as Ramsey exits with 2:10 left, 74-71 Alabama. Looking for the dagger. One would think, I don't know, the Hatters have been game. Collins gets the throw in and starts the offense with 2 minutes left. High post feed to Weathers. She'll try and blow by Potho. Give right side, it's Cody with the layup. That's a beautiful, beautiful high post drive and then feed opposite side to Cody. 76-71 Alabama, 1:43 left. Stetson almost threw the ball away. Now McMillan's got it on the right wing. Collins is face guarding Thomas opposite side. McMillan off a screen. McMillan into the paint. She's in trouble. She's in big trouble. Out to Thomas with 5 on the shot clock. Cameron Thomas will drive and get fouled. That's the first team foul in Alabama in this quarter. Personal called on Scott, her first. And now you got Ramsey and Cody on the floor for Alabama as Scott exits. 76-71 tied, 1:25 left. McMillan will throw it in for the visitors. Up top to Keshi. Will Keshi go one-on-one with Cody? No, she'll pull up in the paint and get it. Wow. 1:16 left, one possession game. 76-73 Alabama. Oh, wouldn't you love a three on this possession? Collins, handoff to Weathers, far side. She'll dribble back to the middle in front of Christy Curry and get it to Timmons. Timmons thought about driving as we hit the 1 minute mark left in this game. Give left wing Weathers. And she is fouled by McMillan. And that is free throws for Carly Weathers. That's the first on McMillan. 55.6 left. Weathers at the free throw line. Scott back in, Cody out. Carly Weathers 2 for 2 on the night. 7 points in this ball game. First attempt is no good. My goodness, the iron could not have been more unkind on that first attempt. One more. She makes it. 77-73, Crimson Tide. 54 seconds left. Here come the Hatters. Can Alabama get a stop? Need it now. McMillan, top of the arc, picked up by Ramsey. McMillan will blow right by her. The shot was no good. Great job by Ramsey not fouling. Rebound Scott, and Batide will slow it down with 38 seconds left. Kind of shocked Stetson's not thinking about fouling. It's 77-73 Alabama. Keshi's got 4. She's out there on Timmons with 27 seconds left. Timmons lost the basketball, got it back. Kick out Weathers, 3 up. There you go! Carly Weathers rains a clutch 3 with 20.6 left. That will be the dagger, and Alabama leads it 80-73. Timeout called by Stetson, but for all intents and purposes, unless the Tide just loses their minds, that should put the knife in for the Crimson Tide. Man, Stetson has played so well. This game was tied going to the fourth quarter. Alabama battled foul trouble, battled a hot shooting Hatters team. And right now they're looking at something over at the replay monitor. I'm not quite sure what. Whatever it is, you got a pair of officials. I assume it's to make sure it was a 3 for Weathers. That would be my guess. Well, no announcement was made. So whatever they were looking at, it doesn't change the current status of this game. 20.6 left. Alabama 80, Stetson 73. Stetson just used its final timeout. They will advance the basketball, but if you're Alabama, you can close this bad boy out right now with a stop. If you're Stetson, you gotta think they're queuing something up for Cameron Thomas. Potho will throw it in. Thomas is being doubled. And the throw-in is tipped right to Carly Weathers. Over to Timmons with 15 seconds. Stetson's got a foul. They aren't doing it. Timmons with 11, with 10, with 8, with 7. Jessica Timmons all the way around. She drove, lost the basketball, but Ramsey picked it up, cleaned it up, and made a shot. And with 2, with 1, that will wrap up a hard-fought season-opening win for the Crimson Tide. It was not easy. Stetson made it hard. But after being all square after 3 quarters, Alabama does the gritty thing and wins the fourth to take it 82-73 to open the season 1-0. What a performance by multiple Alabama players to get this win tonight over a Stetson team that threw everything at the Tide. But now Alabama moves to 1-0 on the season. A lot of good things, a lot of things to work on, but a good starting point and an unblemished record to start the year. Before we step aside, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. What a tough win for Alabama. Your final score, 82-73. The Crimson Tide takes down Stetson to start the season 1-0. When we come back, we will dig in to the Regions post-game show. It is, in fact, a joyous Regions post-game show. And we'll talk to the head coach, Christy Curry. That's next as Alabama women's basketball starts the year 1-0 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.